Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as Yarnspirations.com. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you this stitch combination. It's called post and shell, and it has a repeat pattern if you're going to ever do this. This is a really simple concept and it's really quite easy to make. This is a one-sided pattern, so you'll only see these ridges on the one side because the other side is completely flat. So within this particular tutorial today I'm going to show you how to do this particular stitch. So in the instructions here, this is the diagram, and you're going to see FPDC and BPDC, and this is front post double crochet and this is back post double crochet. Now this is a one-sided pattern, so what you have here is these ridges, but they're only on one side, so there's nothing on the back. So when we go to look at these, the ridges will only stay on one side. So on one side, when we're looking at the good side, it's going to be the front post double crochet, and when we've got this turned around and going back in the other direction, it's going to be a back post double crochet so that this ridge stays on the one side, so the other side stays completely flat. So that's what we're looking at here, and you can see this is what you see going on in this pattern. Now once we get this established, it's just a repeat of rows of 3 and 4, and I put 3 once again, so that's why you see the 3 up there. So it's just repeating a 3 and 4, and then you end on 4 and then finish off when you're satisfied with the length of your afghan. So let's start off with the slip knot. Just to let you know, I am using a Bernat Super Value for this demonstration. If you're doing the baby afghan, you use the Bernat Safety Chunky if you want the exact same thing. So you'll notice that the hook size complements the yarn, and so you can use this particular pattern for any size yarn that you wish. So as I said, it's in multiples of 6 plus 4. So this is doesn't count as 1, so we keep it in 6. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And are you satisfied? Yes or no? If not, keep on going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And are you satisfied? Yes or no? And if not, you keep on going. Once you get to the length that you want and you keep it in 6, at the end of it, all you're just going to do is add 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And that's how you particularly do these samples. It's just really easy to be able to maintain. So it's 6, 6, 6, 6 all the way. If you're doing the baby size afghan, it's 17 of those, and then it's adding 4 chains at the end. The first row coming back is very simple. So second chain from the hook, all I want you to do is single crochet into the back loop only of the chain, and single crochet into each one of the chains going all the way across. So in this particular row, just single crochet all the way across, and do that, and I'll meet you back here in just a moment and we'll start on row number 2 together. Once you get all the way across your chain, you're just gonna simply turn your work, and let's begin number 2 together, row number 2. So the row number 2 is only gonna happen this one time because we're only gonna be using these single crochets one time, and then the rest of it, rows 3 and 4, are going to be the repeat. We're going to start off by chaining of 3, 1, 2 and 3, and that counts as double crochet in the rules of this particular pattern, and so we're going to double crochet into the very next stitch available to you. We're now going to skip 2 chains, and in the next chain after that, the third one, we're going to put 5 double crochets. So we're gonna go 1, I'm gonna count 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then we're gonna skip 2 chains, 1 and 2, and then double crochet into the third one. So you're not seeing any of the ridges happening. Don't be panicking yet. That's because we haven't done any of the fancy footwork yet, and we can't do it in this particular row. So let's begin. We're gonna start another set. So you keep doing this particular pattern all the way across until you get to the other side. So remember, skip the next 2 and 5 double crochets into the third one. So you just keep doing that until you get to the edge. And I'll show you what to do at the edge in just a sec, because we're about to hit that, but your sample obviously will be a lot bigger. Okay, you're going to skip 2 and go to the third one for a double crochet. So in the particular PDF that I showed you, is that it is going to have an edge. So by the time you get to all the way to the other side, you should be 1 short, and that'll be the edge of the other side, and you're just gonna double crochet into the final available stitch. Okay, do you get that? So the ones that are only one by itself will always be in between unless it's an edge. So the 2 edges will have 2 double crochets that you can see, and every one will in between will just have 1. So let's move on to row number 3. Let's turn our work and go up to the next row. So we're gonna just turn, and we've done that, and we are going to chain 2. This counts as a half double crochet in this particular row. So we're gonna start off with the first one here, and we're gonna do a back post double crochet around this post here, and we wrap the hook, and coming in from behind, go in between the posts and pop it back out to the back side, and then just double crochet as normal. Okay, and that grabs that post instead of the stitch. And then what we have to do is chain 2, and we skip and we go to the middle one of the 5. Okay, it's the third one in. Just look for the middle one, just easy to look for the middle one, and you single crochet. Chain 2, and then the middle one here is another back post double crochet. So we wrap the hook first, come in from behind into the post, pop it back out, and double crochet, and that'll pull that backwards, and you want to double crochet that as normal. Chain 2 to get continue again, and then you go to your next group of 5. So this is what you're gonna do all the way across until you get to the edge. So just nice and simple, right? Chain 2, and then you're eventually gonna come to the edge, and you'll have 2 double crochets. The first one is gonna get a back post double crochet, and the last one is gonna the last one here, the turning chain, is going to get a half double crochet. Okay, so we chained up 2 only, which counts as like a half double crochet, and then we started our back post. So let's turn our work and see what it looks like. Okay, so you can see that the ridges are starting to pick up, and let's begin row number 4. So row number 4, we're gonna always start this way, and we're gonna chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now this time we're looking at the project. You can see that the ridges are in front of you, because on the other side it's like tucked in, right? You can't see it. So whenever it's on the front side and you see these ridges, just automatically train your brain to say, okay, the next stitch we want to maintain that must be a front post double crochet. So coming from the front side, pop it back out and double crochet, and that'll keep that ridge going on the one side. And then what we're going to do then is that right in the middle here, the single crochet, we're going to put in 5 double crochets to maintain that shell shape. So let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once you have your 5 done, immediately jump to this next one here. This is a back post double crochet, it was, but this time we want to keep it on the front side, so we go front post double crochet. So just popping it through by the post and just doing a double crochet, and then we keep on going then all the way across. So the next one will be 5 double crochet, or 5 double crochets right in the middle one, the single crochet. This is how easy this pattern is. It's really not a lot to think about, which I loved. Okay, there's 5. Okay, so you're gonna go all the way like that. Once you get to the edge, there's gonna be 2. The first one will be a front post double crochet, and the next one will be a regular double crochet in the turning chain. Did you get that? So I'm going to show you row number 3 once again, just to make sure you get started off properly. This last row we just did is a repeat row, so you're just gonna keep doing that. Let me review number 3 one more time. To repeat number 3, just turn your work. Okay, so you're looking at the back side of the project now, so we want to keep these ridges on the back side. Okay, so we're gonna start off by chaining 2, 1 and 2, and this is your next one, so we want to keep it, so it's gonna be a front or back post double crochet. So wrap the hook coming from the back side and pop it back out to the back and double crochet. We want to chain 2, and then coming into the middle one of the 5, you are going to single crochet, chain 2. The next one here is going to be a back post double crochet to keep that ridge on the other side, chain 2, and you keep going all the way like that across until you get to the very edge. Chain 2, and you'll have your 2 here. The first one is a back post double crochet, okay, and the next one is a half double crochet in the turning chain, like so. So to start the next row up again, it just this is number 4. You're gonna chain 3, so 1, 2, and 3. The first one is a front post double crochet this time to keep that ridge on the front side, and then 5 double crochets into that middle one. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we just immediately come to this next one here. It's a front post double crochet to keep that ridge coming up on the one side, and then 5 into the next one, and you keep doing that all the way across. It's the same thing going all the way. And then eventually you run into the other side where there's 2. So the first one is gonna be a front post double crochet, and in this round the turning chain will have a regular double crochet in the turning chain. And that's how you maintain this pattern. It's really quite simple, and this is called post and shell. This is just like a stitching technique. My pattern is based on this, and it's just a matter of combinations in order to make it look this amazing. Until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as Yarnspirations.com. Thank you so much, and will join me next time as we make some of these patterns once again.